This is a A-level question from quadratics. X squared plus 2x plus 3 should be expressed in the form of x plus a the whole squared plus b. We have to find what the values of a and b are. This is completion of squares. So x squared plus 2x plus 3. The middle term, 2ab term, should be halved. When it becomes 1, you have to square it, add and subtract it. That is the method. So x squared plus 2x plus 1 minus 1, so that you are not making any modification to the original equation. This becomes x plus 1 the whole square plus 2. Now this is clearly in the form of x plus a the whole square plus b, with a being 1, b being 2. That completes part A. B asks us to sketch the graph of x squared plus 2x plus 3. As we can see, it is a quadratic. Quadratic curves are parabolas which are U-shaped or inverted U-shapes depending on the sign of the x squared coefficient. Here it is positive, so it ought to be U-shaped. Keep that in mind. Let us mark the skeleton of our diagram. Positive and negative x-axis, positive, negative y-axis, origin. Now, to sketch any curve, be it linear, quadratic, cubic, we have to know the x and y intercepts. X-intercept you get by making y0, y-intercept you get by making x0. When we put x0, clearly y equal to 3 is the y-intercept. When y is 0, it means the given equation should be solved by equating it to 0. Now, x squared plus 2x plus 3 equal to 0. Product 3 sum 2, you cannot think of any factors, any integers which satisfy this criterion. So, we will straight away go with the quadratic formula, which is minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac by 2a. So, minus 2 plus or minus square root of 2 squared is 4 minus 4 into 1 into 3 is 12 by 2. This gives us minus 2 plus or minus square root of minus 8 by 2. At this point, you realize that a negative inside the square root means no real roots are possible. Means there won't be any solution. We generally say no real roots exist. Correct? Because square root of a real negative number is not real. It does not exist. We do not know of a method to find it. So, it means this is not going to cut x-axis. Instead, it's going to be floating or hanging above. From the vertex form, which is x minus h the whole squared plus k, we can get the coordinates of the minimum point. We've already done completion of squares, which is necessary to find this. From this, we know that the tip of the parabola is going to be minus 1 comma 2. So, because now if you don't do this, you know it's going to be a u, you know it's going to cut y-axis at 3. But how will you know whether it cuts like this or like this? So, for that, knowledge of the vertex is essential. Minus 1 comma 2 roughly comes somewhere here. It's only a sketch. Although this is not asked for our reference, this is the sketch of the parabola. This would be the answer to part B. Now, part C says find the value of the discriminant. The discriminant D is nothing but b squared minus 4ac, which was inside the bracket. We've already done it to be minus 8. Explain how the sign of the discriminant relates to your sketch in part A. All we have to say is since D is less than 0, that is it's negative, there are no real roots and the curve is above x-axis or doesn't cut x-axis. One of these two is definitely expected in the marking scheme for you to get a mark. So that completes C. And the last part, the equation x squared plus kx plus 3, where k is a constant, has no real roots. So this is another equation where the condition is given that no real roots exist and we have to find what the value of k would be. So straight away get to the condition. For no real roots, we know b squared minus 4ac should be less than 0. For this equation, b squared minus 4ac should be, b is k squared minus 4 into 1 into 3. So when k squared minus 12 is 0, it means this is a squared minus b squared you can think of, or even k squared is 12. If k squared is 12, means k is plus or minus root 12. Root 12, the simplified third form, is 2 root 3. So now the limiting factors for us are two root 3 minus 2 root 3. We have to solve this inequality. If you remember, if it was an equation, we could have just said k equal to plus or minus 2 root 3. But here, it's not an equation, it's an inequality. So, which means we'll have to determine if the region between minus 2 root 3 and 2 root 3 is the essential thing, or the region on either side of it is. For which we will solve the inequality here. So, I am just removing all of this and let me solve it here so that we can find out. As always, like even shading in an inequality, we determine this by taking a random point. Always taking 0 is easier. K squared minus 12 factorizes to k plus 2 root 3, k minus 2 root 3 lesser than 0. When you put k is 0, the left hand side becomes 0 plus 2 root 3 into 0 minus 2 root 3 is 2 root 3 into minus 2 root 3, which is a minus 12. Minus 12 on the left and right hand side 0. Between these two, the correct sign that should come is a lesser than. Our sign matches with the inequality in question, which means the point we considered is in the wanted side, which means the in-between space is the correct region, which means minus 2 root 3 less than k less than 2 root 3 would be the final answer for this particular question. Had we got greater than, which was a contradiction to the sign present there, it means the region to the left of minus 2 root 3, that is k, has to be either lesser than minus 2 root 3 and greater than 2 root 3. But that's not the case, so this is the answer. Hope that helps. I'll see you in another video. Thank you.